This is Soy. And this is Dayra. And you're listening to Hair and Whatever. Unfiltered Salon Talk.
Hey y'all, hey!
What's up? What's up?
Soy and Dayra here from Hair and Whatever, and today, as always, we have a special guest, Amber Burns. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, hello. Thank you guys so much for having me. First off, I've
Of course.
seen some wonderful ladies who I am blessed to call my friends and sources of inspiration. So I'm very happy to be joining the crew. But yeah, so my name's Amber. I have, basically came out the womb as just the product whore that I am. I blame it on my mother. But,
We're fellow product whores.
yeah. Right. I low-key accidentally found my way into the industry. I was actually going to Georgia State at the time studying journalism and public relations.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like 2008. I needed a part-time gig. So I begged and pleaded for months to get a job at this salon that was in Gwinnett. And so I started there. And even after graduating, I really just fell in love with the industry. I fell in love with the people. I think hairstylists and creatives are definitely some of the most interesting and fun individuals. So I was able to kind of utilize the experience I had working in the salons just as like a receptionist and assistant.
And this was in a Keune salon. Was it a Keune?
So actually, at the time, it was a Redken salon. We were Redken's largest North American account at the time. It wasn't until 2012 when we built an alliance with Keune. We realized that their North American headquarters were just a couple of miles down the road from our headquarters out in Georgia. So so that was when we kind of got married to them, and the rest has been history.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, talk to you about like a little bit more in depth with our topic. What is our topic today, Dayra? I'm gonna ask you today because I'm always like, what are we talking about?
So today we're going to be talking about, let's talk about the 1A, B, and C's. I feel like, that's not a topic that we discuss normally. Mm-hmm. And for the whatever portion, we're going to be talking about like, what school to decide to go to if you do want to go to cosmetology school. So we'll get into that. But first, let's get into the hair crown of the week. And today, girl. Today we have, you want to do the honors, Soy?
Yes, we have a little bit of a snack for you. This guy, this little curly cutie. Curly cutie here with a head full of beautiful curls.
Yeah.
And his Instagram is, what is it?
Stacy Irvin Jr. His name is Stacy Irvin. He's a retired gymnast. So
and you can tell.
Yeah, so you'll see him on his Instagram bouncing around and doing like
bouncing around.
Yeah.
Namaste on.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But yeah, let's get into it.
Right.
Let's get into the hair topic. I guess it's more like educational, right? On like straight hair. Because like I said, we're normally talking now like it's curly hair. But what about those girls who do have like are in the ones, right? Like the 1B, 1C, 1A, whatever. So straight hair typically grows faster than other hair types, right? Straight hair.
Do you think that it grows faster, or do you think that you can, it's a matter of you can see it because it is straight? And with curly hair, you can't really tell the growth because it is curly and it's always
it also depends on genes too, right? Like, because that's the whole, conception that, straight hair does grow faster, and straight hair tends to be shinier because of the hair's natural oils that are able to travel down the root of the hair because it's just straight. Hence the reason why most women with straight hair are always shampooing their hair on a daily basis, you know?
And even with our curly girls who straighten their hair, in a straight state, it collects oil.
Right, because I feel like when I straighten my hair, like day 3, it's time to shampoo.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap, you know, like I can do like, you know, put some wand curls or put some curls in there and put some hairspray and make it last a little bit longer. But it's time to shampoo. So
is everything with that though, because like being able to actually see the growth of straight hair versus curly hair, because I mean you pull on the curly hair and it's like, oh my gosh, your hair is so long, but perception is everything. So I mean, on average though, wouldn't you say like hair period, I mean outside of, you know, whether it's genetic factors or immune diseases, things like that, like a 1/4 inch every like 6 to 8 weeks?
I was taught that hair grows a 1/2 inch a month, but I don't know. Like, I feel like some people's hair may even grow a little bit faster than that.
Yeah.
You know, just depending on genetics and what I see.
And what you're eating, you know?
Yeah, what you're eating, you know. But that's what I was taught, like that hair typically grows a 1/2 inch a month.
Yeah, no, I would argue with that for sure. But, and again, perception, like when I had short hair, like when you get into the pixies and the shorter bobs and stuff, it's like after 4-5 weeks, you wake up and you're just like, oh my gosh, like I have no shape. I need a haircut immediately. But longer hair, it's like, you know, you can stretch those.
What hair type you have? Like if you had to like look at the hair chart and stuff, like.
Girl, as much as I pray to the hair gods, this hair is as straight as it comes. Okay, I can literally sleep with my hair wet in a towel and down the next day, and it is so straight. Like,
wow.
It took me working in the salons to really understand the ability to manipulate straight hair.
Yeah.
Because growing up, it was just like, I mean, well, you know, I will say, when I was in like grade school and high school, for whatever reason, maybe it was the geography of where I live, but young girls just over straighten their hair all the time. Like everybody just wants that thick, straight, flat, limp hair.
Right.
So I was kind of on trend with my flat, lifeless locks. But as soon as somebody put a little texture spray and some hairspray in my hand, it was like, okay, let's find some curls. But it's very straight.
So do you think that you're a 1A? And for people who don't know, I mean, we've been talking about like, you know, the 1 through 4s. I mean, we can get a little bit of an education. So like 1 is straight,
right,
2 is
like,
wavy, right. 3 is curly, and 4 is coily curly. And then you have the letters, which
kind of like make like
how tight your curls are.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, so for you, I don't know. I'm just gonna guess. I know that you're a 1, but sure. I'm thinking that you might be like a 1B.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
maybe just off of. But and I think with 1s, your cut can really influence your letters.
Exactly. That's true.
That's really, I mean, I've had cuts where, like right now, I'm so overdue, honestly. But I've had cuts that can really, especially when somebody knows what they're doing with a razor.
Right. Like a razor cut.
Yes, exactly. And they can actually create that movement and almost create a pattern of wave in my hair. So I think we could say a 1B, definitely.
Yeah. A 1B, yeah.
We did it. Yeah, I can say she's a 1B. I agree. So you want to break it down, Soy, and like go into the types of like in the 1s, you know, and not talk about like the 2s and the 3s.
Yeah, we can go into it. Let me find my notes because my brain farts. So
what we talking about? So I'll start off. Type
So
1A is super fine hair, right? That is
yeah.
straight from the root to the tip. It's so straight that it's very difficult for it to even hold a curl. Has no body whatsoever. And
And type B, you want to go? I found them.
yeah, girl, go ahead.
Type B, it has some body to it.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, it's not as flat as type 1. But and that's where I think that you are, Amber. And 1B hair is straight, but it can be manipulated to hold slight waves for curls.
Right. And then type 1C hair is usually the most dense of the 3 subcategories, which has the most body. It can also have a nice tousled look when left to air dry.
Yeah.
So
like that beachy look.
Exactly, those beach waves, which also I believe like the 1B can kind of like when like in the beach, you know what I mean?
Right, like salt water.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They even have like saltwater sprays that you could even spray in your hair to make that beachy look.
Right. Alpha Park has some
the saltwater spray.
Yeah.
I've actually been using a sugar spray this summer.
Really?
Yeah, because the salt, I mean, by nature, salt is obviously going to be a dehydrating agent.
Right.
Right.
So, yeah, it was, I think it's Curology that.
Oh, they created a sugar. That makes sense, though.
Yeah, Beach Wave sugar spray. I told y'all I was a product tour.
She had it right in her drawer.
Okay, no judgment, girl. Here.
I need. But yeah, no, I've been liking that, and I'll even like fresh out the shower at night, I'll spray that on there, maybe with another layer it with like a root booster or something with a little alcohol to dry out my roots, and I'll wait, and I will be able to just like naturally create that movement. So
right.
Okay. So what do you think that like some misconceptions that we have of straight hair,
Especially like us curly girls, right? Like, we have,
well, let's see, misconceptions of straight hair. I think maybe a misconception of straight hair is that it can be super flat. Because I guess when you think of by nature, a straight line versus something with curve is going to have a flatter silhouette.
Right.
But, I mean, depending on the density of the hair, you know, you could have a lioness of just straight hair and it's the complete opposite of flat.
Right.
We talked about the natural like oils and how they just by gravity travel down the hair easier when it comes to straight hair. But I think a misconception that even straight haired people have of straight hair is that you need to wash it as much as we typically do. I mean, I will easily go like 4 days without washing my hair.
Yeah.
But again, the right products, dry shampoos if necessary, starting your base with some sort of something that's got a little alcohol in it to go ahead and prep the hair so that it's prepared to soak up all those oils. Right,
to stay. That makes total sense. So it's basically, just having a proper hair routine, like,
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
your hair.
Right. Can you tell us about your hair routine, like to make it like from day 1 to all the way until day 4 or 5, where
it could go so far, girl. Yeah, it could go. Really,
no judgment here. No judgment. We're working on day 6 over here. So,
yes, honey. Yeah, it could. It definitely depends, and I mean, during quarantine, it was like, I mean, for what? Like, why would I even think about washing this hair right now? So from jump, I always like to, when I am going to shampoo, I do like to do a very intense shampoo process because I likely haven't washed it for a long time prior. So I usually will double cleanse from the beginning. If I had a really rough week
double cleanse meaning clarifying, right?
Yes, absolutely. So I'll use some sort of a clarifying shampoo. And if I know I was really just layering products, prior to the shampoo.
Mm-hmm.
I actually I have a really great one that I love right now just because of the fragrance of it by Orbe.
Okay, I've heard of Orbe.
Oh, girl, Orbe.
I love their stuff. Actually, I forgot about them.
They just
I like their stuff.
smell like money. They just smell good. I mean, to the point where they make fragrances in this sense. They make body oils, candles, incense.
Right.
I gotta check them out. I've never.
Yeah, I forgot. I totally forgot about that product line. I like that product line.
Their fragrance, their packaging. I got some little minis right here. Actually, it's just gorgeous.
Like she pulling them out
right now. I mean, I'm liable to pull out anything. Where y'all want to go? But they have a really great. It's like a scalp exfoliant.
Mm-hmm.
So after I do the clarifying shampoo, I'll go in, and it's an easy applicator because it's almost like you're just putting parts in your hair and gently the tube, and it's got a little bit of a physical exfoliant in it. It smells amazing. Really work that through, rinse it out, and then follow with just whatever shampoo, like day-to-day shampoo I'm using after that.
like a treatment shampoo.
Yeah, just like a, whatever. Like right now, my hair is damn near virgin hair, y'all. It's like killing me. Like I need color so
you don't have color, right?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I got like 6 face framing highlights last March.
Oh, so it's been a year. Almost.
It's been a year, and it's almost been 2 years since I got any actual like all over color. So
oh wow.
She's a natural girl these days, which if anybody knows me knows that is just totally against my character.
That's me too. I've been in that same space. I haven't had any fun colors or anything.
Yeah, me either. Mm-hmm. That's why I do these.
Right. But yeah, so based on if I'm using some sort of like color protecting shampoo, or right now I think I'm just using like a real basic light hydration shampoo.
Okay.
And then condition. If I'm lightening, I'm about to get in the process of going blonde, but if I'm lightening, then I might follow it up with just like some sort of extra, like a deep conditioning treatment.
Mm-hmm.
But these days she's basic, so condition. She real basic. Condition, brush in the shower, brush through all of that.
Oh, do you put it all the way? If you do in the regular conditioner, do you put it all the way up to your roots, or do you just kind of go with the ends?
With my basic hair right now, the roots do not touch condition.
Right.
With any time though, I was always taught, focus on your scalp to shampoo, let the shampoo go down your ends, and then opposite for condition. Focus on your ends and work your way up.
Yeah.
So
and how I used to do it when I worked in when I did like a lot of straight hair clients, we hardly ever put the conditioner in the roots.
Yeah, sometimes you don't even like it. Whenever I did it, you don't even need it sometimes,
Right. Yeah, you really don't. Especially if you're gonna follow up with some sort of like a leave-in treatment or a wrap or something, it's not even necessary.
Right. It is.
But, yeah, and then from there, I usually just start with some sort of a primer. Something that's gonna have heat protection, maybe a little bit of moisture for my ends specifically. I try and keep day one, like right before blow drying, light on the products, just because I know I'm gonna build up on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe like the sugar spray I had mentioned earlier, a really light root booster of some sort, but I try and stay away from the mousses on day 1, day 2s, because it'll just leave it flat by like 4 or 5. And then from there, we're just layering on by day.
Right.
Dry shampoo, texture spray, volume powders, that'll give you a little bit of grip and stuff.
Right.
I use those by like day 3. And then by day 3, day 4, we're working into like updos or braids or top knots, something that's not just down.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, I think my record over quarantine might have been, it's like low-key gross, but I mean, we're still showering, right? Just not washing hair. But I think my record may
this is no judgment zone, right?
No, I think my record may have been like 9 days though.
And that's, still like not even terrible compared to like, what I've heard, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then also like, for us, like, let's say the natural girls with curly textured hair,
we've also been conditioned that shampooing is not the best, which
Mhm.
I disagree. Soy and I disagree.
Strongly.
Yeah. I shampoo my hair once a week. You know, for a curly girl, like for some people look at me like, what? And then you clarify your hair, what? You know,
Right.
and you go in with another treatment shampoo. Like I shampoo my hair probably 4 times before like I'm done. You know, and that's once a week. Girl, no judgment here. And I'm sure, like, you know, obviously, like, people have been just, you know, laying low, laying back, and not doing the most with their hair because we've been doing so much, you know, like. So now is the time to just chill. So no judgment, girl.
Yeah, it was definitely a nice time to just chill on a lot of things. I was having a discussion about how like eyebrow trends have changed so much due to Corona, like the perfectly like threaded and microbladed and all of that. Like I was reading a magazine the other day, y'all. When was the last time you read a magazine?
It's been a while.
It's been a while, right? I was reading Harper's Bazaar the other day, and they did this focus on some brow girl. I don't remember what her Instagram handle is though, but and it's just like the whole like trends have changed because we took such a laid back approach in life, and
right.
I'm okay with like laying it back a little bit.
Me too. Like I absolutely like this is a little bit off topic, but so what? Like I absolutely feel like the silver lining to all of this is that we are a little bit laid back and we're doing like a lot of self-care. A lot of people are like, you know, getting together, you spending more time with, you know, with family, even if it is a Zoom, you know, like you're just creating that space for just slower
pace, which I love.
Like I'm okay with it. I'm like,
that's absolutely the silver lining. And I mean, I don't think it's off topic at all. That like that's the world that we're in right now, girls.
Yeah.
So,
right.
We've adapted, and it's like, okay, we don't know where we're going from here, but we're ready either way. Like if we're shut down, if we're free, if we're masked up, whatever. I mean, I got a garden out back. Y'all can come hunker down at Camp Burns.
Okay.
Girl, don't tell me twice.
Yeah, no, that was a big part of like the lockdown. I was like, what am I gonna do with myself?
Camp Burns is a vibe already, so I felt
right. I saw you sipping on your wine earlier, girl. I got you.
Yes,
I can tell you a good vibe.
For sure.
So Amber, do you ever want to wear like your hair curly? Like, is that ever a thing?
Are you kidding me? Come on now, you know the answer to that question. We all want, by human nature, we all want what we are not God given. So yes, I mean, I could pull out some crazy. So I grew up as a competitive dancer and cheerleader.
Okay.
Think of like Pump It Up.
Yeah.
With like foam rollers.
Pump It Up. Oh my God.
Just shellac, just straight glue in the hair. So yes, I love texture. I love movement. I love big hair. I mean, I'm from the South. I'm from South Georgia, so the bigger the better. Yes,
right.
If I could just, I mean, I've even like in my adult life, like last year, I would set my hair in like pin curls.
Okay.
And wear it for a week just to go through all the styles of it, whether it was retro, whether it was big. Yes.
Have you ever done like the small little like wand curls? Like I've seen that on Instagram where like, you know, like they'll take like, I mean, it seems like it'll take forever.
It seems like it'll take forever. Yeah, no, I've never done like a full, I usually like, I think the smallest iron I have is a 3/4 inch.
Okay.
So I'm not a wand girl. I'm real old school with that. I can't even, honestly, I really suck at a spring. Like I will find a way to put a dent in this straight hair with
right.
Like I have to have a Marcel.
She's pulling them out.
Pulling it out. Listen.
I think that's what she does her hair in the morning.
No, this is my glam room. I'm sitting at the vanity. So if you do come to Camp Burns, you can like, we could sit, we could do facials, we could do makeup here. Yeah, so everything is kind of, I swear I didn't plan it like this. Like half of my
perfect.
Swear the magic.
Yeah, this is perfect. I love it.
But yeah, no, I want someone to do that on my hair though. I would love to have a wand or even like one of those like 1/4-inch irons, like 1/2-inch irons, and
That'll
just
be so cute.
Yeah. Have you ever considered doing like flexi rods or something like that? Like to give you like that
No, but I need to. I have some that are similar to that. They were like they were later in my like high school journey of figuring out how to curl your hair, because I mean you would get deductions as a team if your hair touched your shoulders. Like it was like a 5-point deduction. So and my hair was just long, you know, virgin, all one length. So again, getting it to curl with like a pump it up or whatever, and then using just the little like foam rollers. But they came out with these guys that were like spikes, and they're similar to the flexi rods, but they're long and you roll them and then you pull them through. And I still have them somewhere because I'm a product slash order of beauty. So maybe I could do that. Maybe I could do that soon and send you guys a picture. You could put me on a crown.
Yes.
Oh yes.
That would be
definitely
fun. That would be fun.
Please do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to
Or you could come in and I can hook you up, girl, with some flexi rods.
Yes. There we go.
I would love that. Yeah, we would like a
Definitely.
transformation from straight to curly.
I know, that would be so awesome.
1B food, like
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah. Do you avoid any products like, you know, to stay away from, like that you would recommend?
So generally speaking, and I know this is like, it's not really controversial, but it's just like, how do you even get away from it? But generally speaking, especially with me not having any like bleach or color in my hair right now, and I really just don't need it, I try and stay away from silicones altogether, skincare and like hair care, just because I mean, like it gives you such a great surface to work with or whatever, like
blocks a
right,
lot of the natural oils.
and it usually ends up like weighing me down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I try and stay away from silicones. I don't really have any hate towards any specific products or product lines, but I am an ingredient junkie. Like I'm a nerd when it comes to ingredients. So like dimethicones and looking at labels and seeing all those ethicones, lady, that's just another word for silicone. Like
Right.
do your research, because it's crazy when you see and it's, to me, what I've seen is it's always these luxury brands that people are spending so much money on, especially in skincare. And it's like, oh, the fragrance is amazing. Oh, she looks great on that ad. But when you look at it, it's like silicone, glycerin, water, and alcohol and some other crap that's not good.
And those are like the first ingredients, because that's how much the first ingredients is how much it's in the product.
Right. And then like at the very last line, the very last ingredient will be like green tea extract.
Right.
Other marketing will be like green tea.
Right.
It's
the
like,
last
bro,
little one will be
you got like 0.00008%. Yeah.
Right. They just like put a little drop of green tea.
Exactly.
That's the market.
That look at the ingredients. Exactly.
It's hilarious.
I mean, we're obviously Soy and I, we're like huge product junkies. You know, Soy and I, we're hairstylists, so we're huge on good quality products and, you know, what works in the hair, you know. One thing that we always say is, right, like the products that, you know, the 1A and 1B and C girls use, also the girls from 4C all the way up until 4C can use, right? We think that because our hair is a certain texture, but it's really all about like the actual ingredients that's in the product, right? That's going to help the hair flourish and, you know, do its best, right? So it's good to hear that, you know, from your side, how you even extend it to day 4 or even day 9.
Right. Yeah, totally. I think that's probably like the biggest plague to our industry is just the misconceptions of hair and the segregation of such.
Oh my God, you get it. You get
Thank
it.
you.
You get it. Yes, the segregation, and it's all because of the marketing.
It is. It is. Well, it's the marketing and it's the education.
And the
It all
education.
comes back to the marketing and the education and that's one thing that I will say has been such a point of differentiation at the Keune Academy, at our hair school. And when we have like leads come in and do tours, we like to know like what other schools are you looking at, blah, blah, blah. But so many cosmetology academies, because of the way that our market is, are very segregated. It's either like you're going to be some sort of hair integration specialist, you're only going to do weaves or braids or, working with that, or you're going to be a colorist and you can't do both because for whatever reason, those clientele are different and they're never going to cross lines. And that's just simply not the case. Like hair is hair at the end of the day. And like you say, if you understand the ingredients that your hair needs to flourish and to truly like utilize those ingredients to achieve the styles that you're wanting to achieve, then it's all the same language. It's just like weird foods that they put on top of it, and it's crazy.
Right. Make it more confusing for the actual consumer.
Yeah.
And absolutely. Then let's not talk about YouTube Academy.
YouTube Academy, girl. Oh my God.
University.
Exactly. Oh yeah. I was watching a crazy YouTube video earlier of like a stylist watching a YouTuber trying to like balayage their own hair at home.
Who is it? Is it what's his name? Bondo?
Mondo.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's just watching and I'm watching and he's watching. And I'm like, oh girl. Like,
yeah. Car wreck. You can't look away. Like it's just
yes. It's crazy though. The internet has done a lot of things.
It has done a lot of things. It has. I mean, and hair is just made up of this on a chemical level, the same ingredients. So
exactly.
I just don't understand. I mean, I do understand, but why the marketers do it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely marketing and like telling that story, but it's frustrating when you think of it from a sales side that you would rather like keyhole yourself into, okay, I'm only going to be a black market. I'm only going to be a color market. I'm only going to be a Brazilian keratin.
It's pigeonholed.
Exactly. And your product could be beneficial to
everybody, everyone, so many people.
Right. But you want to, I don't know.
You want to just like put it in this one little category so that can be your spiel. Right. But you can do another spiel. You don't have to do the spiel of like, oh, well, this is only for curly hair.
Yeah. And I think that also has to do with probably like the people that are creating it. Like, they're going to chemists, right? But also they really don't know hair.
They're not, they don't even know. They know numbers. Yeah. They know bottom lines.
Yeah, they know numbers, they know margins, and they know marketing. And
exactly.
And they claim to have like R&D somewhere, but it's like, do you really? Who's doing it?
Right.
Who's doing it? And that was actually one thing that that really drew us into when we formed the alliance with Keune, because they're a European. They're based out of Holland. That was kind of where they were.
You know what? I never knew that.
Yeah,
for a lot of Holland's policies.
Yeah, they were based they were developed in Amsterdam in 1922. Okay. And now they're in like 80 countries worldwide. But because they had such a strong European presence, a lot of their products did not cater to the more common hair types as well as hair trends that North American is accustomed to.
Yeah.
Europeans have much more like typically finer hair, not as much texture. So we immediately saw a lack in some of their like conditioners. But because of the alliance that we built with them, we were actually able to say, okay, listen, your conditioners suck. So what have you done for me lately? Like,
right.
And they literally, I mean, they would send us like black bottles, like, hey, this is in development right now. Give us your feedback, just surveys. And we were actually able to help them develop products with their team in Holland that are now in the North American market. So
more product companies need to do that.
They really do.
Yeah, really definitely. Do. All right. Well, let's get into slipped into the DMs.
We had a great talk about 1A and B and C.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we have Mia from Louisiana, and she's asking, I have tight curls and I have been told that I should not wash my hair frequently. Is that true?
Oh, this
And
is
we
right
just,
on
yeah, and
There
we just
you go.
answered this
There you go. We just
unknowingly. I mean, so let's just answer it, right? Okay. Yeah, you should shampoo your hair frequently. I'm gonna say if you're a, depending on your texture, right? Me, I'm a 3B, 3C. I have different curl patterns. So, yeah, I shampoo my hair once a week, and I look at my hair as if it's, obviously your scalp is your skin. So you're going to take a shower on a daily basis. So think as your hair as your skin, right? But obviously you're not shampooing it as frequently, but yeah. And then you want to go in with, the conditioner. Deep conditioner is the lotion that you put back into your body, to moisturize after you've done stripped up all the pollution and the oils and the all the stuff from, product, some shimmer on your shoulder, whatever it is, you know what I mean? You want to get
sweat your activities.
exactly.
high impact activity.
Yeah. So yeah, you want to go and shampoo frequently. Like stop, forget about like what you've been taught. Go ahead and shampoo that hair, girl. It's okay.
It's okay, curly girls. Please shampoo your hair.
Yeah.
Please.
I always tell clients, invest in two deep conditioners, right? I even say forget about the conditioner. Always like as a curly girl, curls love moisture. So shampoo your hair, go in with the deep conditioner, let it sit, invest in a hydrator or sit under the dryer. Shit, if you want, even like just walk around with a plastic a bag or whatever it is, and make it work, and then, obviously, we can get into it, but
Yeah,
go
rinse with
to a
water.
professional too, so you can use the right products and know like what works for your hair. So have a relationship with your hairstylist, and then kind of so she can guide you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do it on your own, and don't go listen to YouTube Academy, University.
Right.
Don't do
Yeah.
it. Don't do it.
All right. So we're going to get into the whatever topic, and it's about, just how to pick. I mean, we touched on it a little bit, but how to pick a cosmetology school. And we have, Amber here from Keune Academy. And so she's going to give us some insight. What do you think that makes Keune Academy stand out from other cosmetology schools? I think that you said something about, how you had the relationship with Keune.
Right.
So,
Yeah, absolutely.
So wait,
So
tell us a little bit about Keune Academy, Salon 124, and all that stuff.
oh, yeah.
Tell
Yeah,
us
first.
about the company first. Yeah.
okay. So yeah, it's like one of those chicken and egg things. So
Yeah.
the salon came first, and it immediately it warranted just like success that they were not even prepared for, not even necessarily from an external client base, like clients coming in the door, but it was immediately known, and built this reputation for being a place where stylists could come and really get great education and really develop their skill set. And that was kind of what built the brand to like the luxury hair care that it is now. There's a certain reputation when you walk into a salon 124, okay, it's going to look like this, it's going to feel like this, it's going to smell like this, you're going to be paying these type of prices, and you're going to know that whoever is doing your hair has a certain level of expertise, education, experience, all of those things. But what we found, like a lot of salons, we developed a mentorship program early on, or a apprenticeship program.
Mm-hmm.
But we had a wait list forever long of people trying to be apprentices.
Mm-hmm.
So from there, it was like, well, maybe we should open up a school.
Right.
So that was what happened with the school. And being able to tie it to the 124 brand really helped the school quickly grow and quickly become a place of recognition in really greater Atlanta, although they're in Gwinnett, as well as just really like nationwide, because we were at the time, like I said, we were a Redken account. The school was also Redken based until the alliance with Keune. So when the alliance with Keune came, it was almost like the 124 side had a little more of an impact on it than the Keune did, because like I said, it's such a European brand, and depending on what country you go to throughout the world, you might be more familiar with Keune over, other brands that we're more familiar with. But it was a big opportunity for Keune to be able to brand themselves with the 124 brand, because we were, leaders in the industry in North America.
You guys had a reputation. So it was like, they gave y'all a cosign.
Exactly. They co-signed on us, and we were both able to really kind of build each other up in a sense where, they had access to maybe educators or international educators that we wouldn't typically be able to have access to. And then we had access to amazing stylists all over the place that they wouldn't have necessarily had clout with. Yeah. So from there, like combining the Keune is they have a major focus on their color. That was really what built them. They were actually started by a chemist, not a hairstylist. They were the first brand to actually market a perm, as in a like
curly perm.
A curly perm, yeah. Right. And they were the first brand to bring an aerosol hairspray to the market. So they were really big on, like I said, just the science side of it and, the development of those products. So combining that with the 124 influence has proven to really create this environment where, like, when I walk into the school, because my offices aren't at the school, so I'm not always there. But when I walk into the school, I'm always amazed at how, because they're so much bigger than the salons, like it's a lot of students there. I'm always amazed at like the connectivity-ness of it. Because I work on the salon side as well, it's almost like I'm a secret insider, because like I actually have a Zoom call with the Aveda Institute in Atlanta in like 2 weeks, because I recruit from there for the salons. Okay. Because we only hire, we're looking for the best stylists no matter where they come from on the 124 side. So, but coming out of Keune Academy by 124, not everybody is looking for a salon 124 environment. Some people want to do a booth. Some people want to go to a more like franchised environment. Yeah. And, so we can't necessarily provide employment opportunities for every student that comes out. So we recruit from other schools as well. The family aspect of it, and I think I really don't even know how it came to be, because it's crazy to me that they can create that culture there. It's almost like a weird natural like phenomenon that happens. I think like anybody that's gone to higher education, whether it's a trade school or a college, like some of the best friends that you make in life come from your college years. Right. So they've really been able to do that at the academy. And then on the technical side, there's just, in my humble, what I would like to say, unbiased opinion, there is simply no one else on the market when it comes to the technical side, because they're able to bring in, we had pivot point education for the longest time. And then obviously we're combining that with Keune color education. But because we're privately owned, because we're not like a international brand or a franchise brand, we're really able to specialize our education. So we might have people, outside educators from, WeDad, from Diva Curl, from all of these different manufacturers that just want to touch students and influence, their path through cosmetology. Sally Rogerson, Sassoon, different, educators from all over the place that are able to come in and influence our curriculum and really kind of give you more of like this approach as opposed to this approach, like
more of a scope, like, and that's great, because when I went to cosmetology school a long time ago, back in 1999,
Wait,
That,
how old were you, Soy? I'm sorry.
yeah, we're not going to talk about it. But like, I hated it. It was terrible. Like, it was just basically like, you could tell that it was like, all y'all doing is grabbing people's money. You know what I mean? Like, it was just, I didn't learn anything. I've learned maybe like, let me say, I did learn a lot. Like, I did learn. I'm gonna change that around because everything is a learning experience.
Right.
I did learn some things like theories and and I learned a lot of what not to do too.
Right.
But
You
my education, right? But my education came from just working in salon.
Behind the chair.
Yeah.
And that's
hands-on
with anything, like what do you know out of school? Like nothing. And I'll even say, as a graduate out of Keune, I mean, I go and I teach at freshman phase, specifically like social media marketing, really like planning your future life in cosmetology as far as from a digital aspect. And I tell them, like, you won't know shit when you're here, because you won't, because until you have that client that comes in and is crying or has this box color and wants to be platinum and all of these different scenarios, is an experiential like learning system. But being able to, I guess, just prepare people for the idea. Listen, you're not going to know a lot when you get out of here, but we're trying to prepare you as much as we possibly can, not only to pass state board, because I feel like a lot of schools, that's the goal. Like,
that was the goal to pass state board.
Pass state board, and then you'll figure it out from there. But yeah, just giving them the opportunity, like, okay, do you want to specialize in, fashion colors? Do you want to specialize in curly hair? All of that. That's fine. You can do that. You're going to find your way as you create your journey. But for now, you need to know as much as possible in all verticals possible, because you never know. Like, you might love, blonding and balayage or lightening right now, but you might really realize down the road that those like every 4-week root touch up base colors, that's your golden nuggets. Like, that's who's coming in your chair every month and paying you because they don't want to see those sparkly lights.
Exactly.
Now, do you guys have a textured curriculum?
We do. So that's where we were able to bring in some of the specialists from the manufacturers that we've met, where it comes down to working specifically with natural textured hair. But then they also take it a step further. They do still do services on, I guess, not natural hair, whether it be, perms or
relaxers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so you just you guys outsource it basically, like
we outsourced it, and then we were able to. We have our curriculum, but then we have like our director of education. So she's able to work with them to where we're bringing them in on like a regular cycle. We have classes that start every 8 weeks, so they're coming in regularly. But then they're also working with our educators to be able to bring it into our regular curriculum. And I want to say they really put a focus on that like 4 years ago, because we saw the need for it. Like in the marketplace, people were talking more about natural hair, wearing your texture, embracing it, not trying to work against what the good Lord gave you.
Right. And not, and because I mean, I've always said that, like, from before, like when I went to school, we didn't focus on that. We focused on how to make everyone's hair straight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm loving that is part of, a curriculum now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And, to be honest, like I still feel like, that field, for textured hair still needs to grow. And
it does.
Like we said earlier, so segregated, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm glad that, now in the schools, there are talking more about it,
Yeah. I think honestly, like looking at our actual student body, that is almost like a true testament to the ability, like what the curriculum has done for the ability to like desegregate. Because I mean, we damn near have like foreign exchange students. I mean, we will have Asians, we will have Africans. We have so many backgrounds that come to us for education, and it's like they can't all be wanting to just learn one thing. Like they're actually, you know, bringing in their perceptions of hair and their communities, how to serve their communities. And I really think that, I mean, that in itself, because like I said, I go to other schools, you know, I've been to the Paul Mitchells, the Avedas, all of the ones in the market. And sometimes, oftentimes you will see either like an all white class or an all black class.
Mm-hmm.
How are y'all doing everybody's hair if everybody looks like this? Because I know stylists don't look the same. Like I've seen stylists, all cultures, all walks of life.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's one of the key like feedbacks that we get from like admissions and from marketing that we look at when people come in, and it's like, okay, why'd you choose us? And they're always, one of the first things is always, okay, just the feeling, like I walked in, it was warm. It doesn't feel like, you know, stuffy school. It's like people are actually happy to be here. They're not just like rolling perms in the back, trying to get their hours. Right. And then secondly, it's the fact that, oh, okay, you don't just do straight hair or you don't just do natural hair, like
right. And there's nothing wrong with having a niche, but I think that at the education level, I think that it should be more of a, you know, variety. Like
approach. Yeah, totally.
It should, and you should at least learn about it. You know what I mean? Just like we had to learn about straight hair, it should be, you know, a standard that you're learning about textured hair as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, you should. I mean, you're literally only cutting your legs out from under you if you try and like identify your niche that early on. Like that's not how it works.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, how are you guys handling like the whole COVID situation and everything in the school and like are you guys also doing virtual in the school?
We are. So we were prior to any COVID or anything, we were actually already set up for digital learning. Our students, since we had the alliance with Keune, everything was like digital free or digital like hand or paper free. I'm sorry. So as a part of your cosmetology kit with all your mannequins and everything else, you also got an iPad.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, no, it was really great from like a marketing and like social coaching perspective, because it just kind of helped to influence that much more your need for like a digital portfolio. Like, you know, everybody, well, not everybody, but if you were going to school in 99, you know what it was like to have the books in the salon and,
I do.
You know, show your work, have like, I can remember people having like big trapper keepers of like their portfolio.
And you stuff it in a little liner of like your
yes, exactly. And I mean, and that's essentially what, you know, Instagram is for now. So so we were blessed to already be set up for digital learning in that sense. We obviously weren't doing it full time before, but we were able to quickly go into digital learning from during the shutdown, and then we opened up. But once, you know, salons were able to open up back in April, we opened, I want to say by the beginning of May, and then we didn't immediately open it up to salon clients at the school. We limited, you know, the number of people like that. And yeah, we just kind of been adapting from there. I mean, right now they're back in and they're still utilizing digital with almost like more of a hybrid, but yeah, just, you know, day by day.
Rolling with the punches, right?
Yeah, that's all of us. I mean,
yeah,
it's crazy.
We're figuring it out. No one lives through a pandemic before. Well,
yeah. But I will say, and I was talking to like a guy, agency guy that works with cosmetology schools, and I will say it's kind of crazy to like look at it and say, I mean, I don't know for a fact, I need to like do a little research, but I want to say that our salons were like the first salons to open in the country. Like when Governor Kemp was like, salons can open on Friday, and it was like Wednesday, I was like, no way, we're not going to open on Friday. But we were proactive enough during the shutdown to think, okay, we have to stock up on all of these things. and we opened up immediately, and we have not had to shut down for any like COVID scares or anything like that. So, I mean, being able to pass state board like we all had to do or whatever, like that, I think that speaks like a testament to how sanitary salons are. I mean, for us to be able to come in contact with the number of people that we do on a daily basis and not have an outbreak, and like, wear a mask, y'all. Is that like we wear a mask all day, 12-hour days, and nobody's getting it. Just saying, like, I don't know. I'm not a scientist,
but I mean, if it's the proof is in the pudding.
Exactly. And I mean, and I've seen it across a couple of different like beauty-based like media outlets. They're like, does anybody like want to argue the mask fact with like salon people, because we see hundreds of people every day, and no outbreaks there.
That's so true. Like our industry has not been highlighted for like outbreaks.
What I did hear was that these two girls, they did have COVID and they were seeing clients, and no one tested positive.
Yeah.
But they had COVID.
Yeah, so, I heard that too. I heard that too. They've seen like X number of clients over those days, and none of them tested positive for it after they've been in close proximity. I mean, we're touching you, right? Like, the hair salon is a very intimate environment when it comes to that. I mean, you don't let people just run their hands through your hair like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Yeah. Our industry is surviving.
Yeah, that's all we can do. I was talking to another school today, actually, Aveda, when we were talking about their upcoming like digital career fair, and they're like all digital, trying to do a hybrid approach, but they've definitely, I mean, people have been impacted by it, limiting the number of like starts, the number of students in starts. That's another big piece too that I didn't mention that I do hear is just like the size of classes, you know, being able to keep the size down on average. On average, I'd say we have maybe like 12 to 15 people to a class start.
Oh, wow. So, that's not bad at all.
Right. So you're getting like very, very one-on-one dedicated. Yeah. I mean, the largest class I think we've ever had was like 20, and we were like, never again, or maybe 18. Because we do like to keep that teacher to student ratio like close.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say that that's another differentiating factor there.
Yeah, I like that.
But everyone should do their research. If you're thinking of, I mean, and that's with any, you know, higher education. Ask questions, go visit everybody, ask them who are your competitors, and then go talk to their competitors and like
sit in on a class too, like if they allow you, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, before you invest, because you know,
because it's a big thing.
Yeah.
It could be.
It's like what?
I wish I did a little bit of research before I chose the one that I chose back in the day.
Yeah. Definitely do your research.
And you guys still have the in salon, you know, where the students are doing the hours. Like, are they social distancing during that? Like,
Yes, absolutely. Social distancing. We only have a certain number of, well, we kind of already have like segregated areas as far as like where the floor is versus classrooms and things like that. But yeah, separation, sanitization in between all clients. I mean, the standard, you guys know what you have to do with state board, you know, screening everybody that walks in.
Right.
You know, making sure
a mask, yada yada,
exactly. All of
wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Yeah.
I mean, we already do that as like you said, like cosmetologists. Like we already like sanitize in between.
Exactly. I mean, we keep barbicide on our stations every day, like pre-run.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting how that worked there with like, I don't know, the viewpoints of cosmetology. And I feel like how for so long people looked at it as like a backup plan or like this or that. And we've literally like led the country when it came to opening up the economy. Like,
right.
I mean, and I don't know about you guys, but I can only imagine, I mean, being shut down for the month that we were, I mean, we had record days and months afterwards because everybody just, I
Well,
was surprised. Like, I thought there would be more fear.
yeah.
I mean, I definitely had my own self fears in like being in the salons, but I was really surprised. But I mean, I've always said like hair salons and liquor stores are recession proof and they're Rona proof, clearly, because we still thriving.
Right. Yeah. For us, like I feel like during this time, the season anyway, it gets a little slower in the summer. But yeah, a lot of people were like, "Oh my God, I needed my hair done."
Right.
Like essential.
Like when we sent out the email, it was like bookings came in. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, it is a blessing. You know, it's still a little slow, and some people, what I hear, are still not as comfortable because of parents that, you know, they're still around other people, or because, you know, they just don't feel comfortable, which is okay. Yeah, but you know, everybody's coming along little by little, you know, even those that you know, somebody texted me asking me if I could do a hairstyle that she was like, no, I'm not going in. And, you know, so it little by little, you know, is you just got to proceed with life, you know, eventually.
Have you guys had any clients that are just like totally like, I don't, turned off or upset about like some of the precautions and the safety precautions that we've all had to utilize with like skateboarding, like people not wanting to like wear a mask or like
I haven't experienced that. Most people are kind of, you know, like understanding. Like before COVID, we would have maybe about like 3 people or maybe even sometimes 4 rotating in our suite at a time. And now we have to just have one. So like everybody's been really understanding about the times, because sometimes, you know, things come up in appointments and something gets pushed back, and I'm like, oh, I'll call you when you know, when you can come up, because I still, you know, so everyone's like, you know,
Understanding.
Yeah.
And they also appreciate it. You know, they're like, oh, you know, just let me know. And what I do is like, hey, I'm running behind, you know, because sometimes the client that came before you came in late, you know what I mean? So I just feel like I had one person who was just like, didn't want to wear the mask. And she was like, well, I can't breathe with this thing on. And I'm like,
all day.
And I'm like, well, yeah, it's mandatory to wear it in the suite. So here's your mask.
Right.
Yeah. Like that in your proper voice. It's mandatory. That,
Bitch, if you don't put this shit on.
I know. You better put this shit on and stop playing us. You're not gonna get your hair done.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, that's it. I haven't really, you know, experienced anything.
That's
good.
Yeah.
And you saw it.
Most people are okay with it.
Yeah, have you? You haven't, right? Good.
Yeah. Most people been pretty much understanding.
I think it more of because you guys are both in a suite.
Yeah.
So I think it's a little more of a controlled environment. And I would almost think that, you know, like people would probably even be more comfortable going to suites over like larger salons.
But yeah, that's what I've heard from a lot of the clients too.
Yeah, even the owner of the salon suites, he was like, now more than ever, he just opened one and he rented out the whole entire immediately because they're getting out of like the bigger salons to have more intimacy and, you know, have more control of the situation.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I like the suites.
Me too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely, you know, for clients that are, stylists that are seasoned, you know, that have a clientele. And
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, let's get into we calling you out before she goes.
Yeah.
So this is you got the video, so
this old school.
I don't know. Did he create his own?
Is it a screwdriver? Is it like a power tool on one side? It's gotta be. I couldn't see, but I'm like, what is that? What?
I have no idea. Like, yeah, he has this. He's combing his hair, and then he puts in like what Murray's
grease,
which is
please guys, do not use this.
Right.
It doesn't even come out the hair. So like, and
Like,
then I don't know. What is it? Like,
it's like a round brush with like a
pout.
a rod coming out of the other, and he's like holding the round brush. Here, hold on, let me get one for y'all. He's holding the round brush. Where's my round brush? And then he's got, I swear he's got like a power tool on the
right,
other
that's
side.
making it twist around, and it lays down.
But real talk, I bet you a Chinese company is gonna make something like this.
We already have that. Oh my gosh, y'all! If I see another influencer with a damn round brush taking their hair, damp, like soaking wet hair, trying to create Kardashian waves with round brush, and I'm like, they gonna show up to the salon tomorrow with that thing stuck in their head. The brush and the dryer were created separate for a reason, okay?
Right.
Nobody is manipulating the hair with those two combined.
Stop it.
Right.
You're lazy, and you need to stop.
Exactly.
But this is probably gonna come out. I bet you.
I believe it 100%.
For sure.
It's probably already on its way.
Right. And it's gonna be sponsored on Instagram.
Right.
Do you take your hair down really, really fast? Okay, we have this new tool called I don't know what, but
right. Yeah, but first of all, don't put Murray on your hair because
first off.
Exactly. It doesn't come out. And I know a lot of you guys been using it, especially some hairstylists. They use it to do those ponytails, like the slick ponytails.
Yeah.
Listen, and once y'all do, if y'all ever use Murray, please don't come into the salon because I ain't shampooing your hair 10 times to get that shit out.
Yeah. They're gonna need a prep. They're gonna need like maybe a 2-week prep where they shampoo their hair like every week.
Yeah.
Before they come.
Yeah.
Like with some really strong clarifier. Then we'll see you.
Exactly.
But go ahead and do your detox of the Murrays at the house.
Exactly.
Get you some juice, some
detox at home.
Right. And try to use this. Don't try to create this tool, y'all, either. So, yeah.
Somebody gonna do it.
I mean, well, he did it.
Right.
If you do create it though, tag us. Let us see it.
Please.
Exactly. Yeah.
Please let us see it.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh my God. Thank you, Amber, for coming on the show. You were fabulous.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
And where can they find you?
At Camp Burns. No, they can't find me. So if you need any information about the salons or Keune Academy, just Google it. You will find it. But I am Amber Colored Energy on Instagram. Sounds just like it's spelled. Yes, it was a 311 song, but I feel as if Amber Colored. So whatever. So yeah.
Thanks for coming, hon.
Thank you guys so much.
All right, y'all.
Book my appointment for my curly.
Yes, for sure. You got my number, girl. I got you.
Gotta do a transformation.
All right, y'all. So this, so where can they find us, Soy?
They can find us on YouTube at Hair and Whatever Podcast, Instagram, same, all across the board, iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify. All yada. Wherever you like, feel comfortable wearing.
Exactly. Just Google us. We pop up, bitch.
Your SEO is strong.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Peace, love, and light.
We out.
Bitch.